Hey there, boys and girls. So, we did a little work to the dune buggy. I'll take you over there and show you. Flying in. So, we have the master cylinder on. It is mounted. Holes are drilled in the base plate for the bracket. Now, you can buy, a guy on Samba sells a better, beefier version one of these. And these are not like the ones I used long ago. These are really weak. The tab down here had to be bent. I'm going to have to clearance the brake a little bit because it doesn't want to work smoothly because it hits on there. And it's just really weak. There's a gentleman that makes them out of like 3/4 plate. Not 3/4, like a 1/4 inch plate or something like that. So I suggest if you're going to do the dune buggy thing, buy one from him. The next thing is I wish I would have mounted the reservoir to the back. Didn't think about that when I was throwing that on there. But we did get the brake lines on for the front. They go out here and across to the other side. Nifty little bracket. And then comes out for this side. And then got our nifty little brackets down here again. I just drilled and tapped the floor. And then it goes back under the shifter and back to the turning brake. And that is kind of where I've stopped because I need more brake line. I bought a brake line kit and thought I'd use some of this, but I only used the two longest lines, the front to the rear line and the longest other line to be able to make it to the front there because my brake master cylinder is mounted so much farther back than normal. So if you're going to do a dune buggy, I suggest you probably just, a regular rail buggy might work with those, but just buy some regular longer lines, and then if you have the brake line flare tool, just make your own. That's what I'm going to end up doing here. I got to get two to go from here, because it splits off in the two, so you can use the steering brake, forward, backwards, whichever side you choose, to come back here, two lines, and then split off to each wheel from there. So I need to get a different T instead of the three-way. I need to get like a two-way T, like it's on the other side. I need to get I already have two rubber hoses, but I need to get two more because the caliper itself moves when you actuate the brakes on this, and I don't want the hard line getting work hardened. Anyways, that's about it so far. I did get gauges. I think we showed that. I haven't mounted them. We're probably going to put them in the dash over there somewhere. Haven't really figured out yet. And this thing is still sitting here, waiting on a friend to get me the head back from cleaning it up for me. After we get it back, we'll put valve guides in it, get the valve seats ground, get the the chambers CC'd, and then we will coat it and with a ceramic coat. And then after that, it should be ready to put the head on and get that thing out of here. I'm kind of over it. The old Manx has got nothing done to it. It's just sitting here up on a table, trying to keep it off the ground. The transmission for the buggy is there. It is awaiting time and space continuum to use all the gaskets I bought for it. So I bought from a place called Go Westy. They claim they have the best torque converter seal. Who knows if it's really true or not, but they claim it and they charge for it. So I bought torque converter seals, I bought the diff seals, I bought the pan gasket, the filter, basically all the seals, except for some reason I couldn't find the output shaft seals. I don't know if those are just regular type 2s or what. But I kind of want to clean this thing up, and I want to seal the diff from the actual automatic transmission part, because that's what I've heard goes out as the seal going through the cases there gives out, and then you get ATF in your diff. So I kind of want to make sure I don't have any of that problem. So once that's done, and I check my cooler fitting, I bought fittings for that. I don't know if that's the right ones to get rid of that cooler, because apparently that's like a $400 cooler, and they always go bad. That's what I've read. So I just want to get rid of that. I can use the little bar and plate cooler over there. It's on the wall. And then we can start pulling the motor out, put that transmission in, put the radiator in, and hopefully start making some headway on this thing. So that's about it, boys and girls. Not much over here. Time-consuming thing of building brake lines. You know, one of those things you just don't really think about until you got to go and do it, especially when you got to route it underneath all the stuff. And then you got to go find. It took me about an hour to find these guys. I lost them. They were under a box, of course. But that's about it. We did seatbelts before. You've seen that. The battery's mounted up there. The winch is going to be my very last thing to mount, I think, because I don't know where I'm going to put it. And I guess fuel system will be next. After I get the brake lines ran and plumbed, start putting my pump in. I have a low pressure pump for the EFI, because apparently it takes low pressure. So I got that bad boy. I got, this is fittings for the oil cooler, transmission cooler, I mean. Some caps and plugs for the what do you call it, for the fuel cell. And then we bought this windshield washer squirters, because I have a windshield washer pump. We're going to have a windshield. Why not have the little squirters, right? That's about it. I'm out of energy. I'm out of time. But I encourage you to get out there and do the same. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Get out there and get your projects done. We're going to keep hauling along on this. And one day, it will run and drive. So I'll see you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe.